What is going on, guys? DBG here, and today we are going to be ranking the best dark matter cards in NBA 2K21 MyTEAM. So, lads, basically what we are going to be doing is we are going to be ranking every single one of the 99 overall cards, apart from the new card who was not on this list when I made it, Gerald Wilkins. I would probably put Wilkins in B tier. Maybe C, probably B tier. But I'll wait till the very end before we decide on A tier for him. But yeah, before we get on to it, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. We upload more MyTEAM content here than anywhere else, and if you guys are interested in the MyTEAM game mode, interested in learning about it, this is the best place for that. But anyway, now let's get on to it. So the first player, Mel Daniels. I'm gonna put Mel Daniels bang smack in the middle. He was the very first dark matter card that was free. He shot the ball well. His shot blocking was incredible for the time. He has hot blinders. I mean, I did like this card. I had a lot of success with this card for a long time. Honestly, I was considering diamond contracting him. I used him while getting Danny Ferrer. No, I didn't use him getting Danny Ferrer. I used him triple threat online. I used them to get Ron Harper. I used them in that triple threat online run in season 6, and I got him the first day of season 6, and I used him for almost all season 6, and he was worth it at the time. Or right now he's worth it. At the time right now he's probably not worth it. At the time he definitely was. Mel Daniels is a great player for his time. Then we got Iverson. Is he the worst dark matter in the game? If I do call these opals, sorry, it's just habit from 2K20. Is he the worst dark matter in the game? He's got 99 every stat, but he's 6 foot tall with a small wingspan. Iverson. Let me put him into... I'm going to put him worthless for now. I got he's a million MT, but still. Okay, Anthony Davis. I don't think he's quite S tier, but I mean a lot of people love Anthony Davis in this game. A lot of people have a lot of success with Anthony Davis. And he's a card that I think in general is kind of slept on. I really do think he's kind of slept on. Like in the competitive scene, a lot of people use him. Outside of that, a lot of people are like, oh, he's a little bit too small. But no, 80's good. He's really good. Definitely better on current gen than next. I wouldn't use him on next, but he is a beast on current gen. Edwards. I mean, I like him on... He's alright on next gen. But, like... I mean, he's not even Mikal Bridges on next gen. Again, he's got base 80, which I like, but he's not even as good as Mikal Bridges, in my opinion, so... D tier for him. Bailey Howell. I'm higher on Bailey Howell than most people. Again, I think he's as good as a Derozan. I think he's as good as a Tracy McGrady. But he just plays a little bit of a different position. So, if you guys don't know, with DeMar DeRozan and T-Mac, and I was even wrong with this, they've only got Trey Burke released on quick. But if you look at Bailey Howell, he's got Trey Burke released on very quick with the exact same SIGs. So there are definite upsides to a Bailey Howell over those guys. And I really do like Trey Burke release. So if you don't like Trey Burke release, you're going to have Bailey Howell lower. If you like Trey Burke release, you're going to have Bailey Howell higher. I'm going to put him in B tier. Hey, then we got Ben Simmons S. There's I made my video yesterday saying basically every card is the same right now. I mean, there are a few exceptions. Ben Simmons is one of those exceptions. There is no comparison to Ben Simmons. Dude, 6'10", good release. Speed glitching god tier. He can curry on next gen, dunks on everybody. Unbelievable animations. His tween is one of the best in the game of Pro 8. Dunk packages are ridiculous. He's 6'10" and has a big player build. Ben Simmons is different. There are a lot of guys that most cards play the exact same. The gap between Ben Simmons and the next best point guard, in my opinion, is the gap between Anthony Davis and Pink Diamond. It's the same as the gap between Anthony Davis and Pink Diamond and Serge Ibaka. It's Simmons, and there is no close runner-up, in my opinion, to him in as the number 1 point guard. Del Russell S. Yeah, I mean, Ray Allen base. That's basically it. Like, he's a good all-around, like, he's a fantastic all-around card. Like, 99 in every stat, but let's be real. Basically, every Dark Matter has essentially got 99 in every single stat. I'm pretty sure all of them have all the key badges as well. What separates Bill Russell from the rest is the fact that he's got... First of all, he can curry on next gen, but that's not the biggest deal in the world. It's the fact that he's got Ray Allen base. The fact that he has Ray Allen base is the big thing with him, because... Well, it's a very good release on current gen. It might be the best release in the game on next gen. Ray Allen and Dante Exum. And we've yet to see a very quick release Dante Exum with a good upper. So Ray Allen base is quite a big one there on Bill Russell. In my opinion, I think Bill Russell has a lot of really good things going for him. And I think he has the potential to be like a top 20 card for the rest of the year in my team land. So, Bill Walton. See? I mean, he moves on current gen, or on next gen, that's about it. Like, movement is big. Movement is definitely big with all of these cards. Like, his 3-point shooting is mediocre at best. And on current gen, he doesn't really do anything well. So yeah, I think this is probably the safest place for me to put him is in this tier right here. So then we are going to go to Blake Griffin. Blake's B tier. Blake's got small arms. That's kind of his biggest problem. He's got really small arms. I know a lot of people be saying, that makes no difference. It's fine. You don't need to have big arms on a player, or long arms on a player, but it does make a difference. It does make quite a bit of a difference. I think that he's got a wide player build. He's really good on current gen. He's really bad on next gen. But yeah, I think B tier is probably a safe spot for Blake. Carmelo Anthony. Man, he sucks. He really sucks. A lot of people are saying, how can I like Alex English if I don't like Carmelo Anthony? First of all, Melo can't dribble. Second of all, Melo doesn't have a quick dribble style. Third of all, Melo has got half steady. Like, yeah, it's good on next gen. Basically, he's got a terrible dribble style, so you can't really use him on next gen. With Alex English, at least he's got a good dribble style for next gen. And Melo releases, I will say, Melo's not a bad catch and shoot player on next gen. And then, Melo, I'm not even sure if Melo has his release on quick or very quick. Either way, it doesn't really matter because he can't really move on next gen. And then on current gen, I just wouldn't use him anyway. On Alex English, on current gen, has obviously got no steady, which makes him better. He can curry slide, whereas Melo can't. And he's just way better in every single way. Like, it's not even comparable. Like, Melo, Rui Hachimura, Alex English, those guys are all so much better than Melo. He's just so much worse. Chris Bosh, B. He's the cheapest Dark Matter, but he's far from the worst Dark Matter. Chris Bosh is solid. Doesn't matter what gen. He is solid. Like, I wouldn't be going out saying he's like the best card in the world. But I mean, he's a more than good enough. He's a more than usable card in my team. So yeah, let me just put him into here. Then we have got Dame Lillard. I think Dame's a step up on Iverson. I really do. I don't think he's good, but I think he's a step up on Iverson and Curry. And D-Rose. I think Westbrook's kind of on this level, but I do think he's better than those guys. Derozan B. A lot of people are going to be higher on Derozan than I am, but again, his release is only on quick. Even though I have enjoyed him anytime I've used him. Like, he's worse than Bailey Hell, except Bailey, he plays a better position than Bailey Hell. And like, if you're asking me for two guards, if you're asking me whether I want to use like DeRozan or Steven Jackson, I mean, I'm probably going to say Steven Jackson. So, yeah, DeMar DeRozan in here right now in B tier. So, and we've got Derrick Rose. Oh, I don't like him. He's basically just Stephon Marbury. Okay, I'm going to stick the low tier players in their tiers now. I'm going to go Rose into worthless. Where's No. Rose, you get out worthless. Louis Dampier, you get into worthless. Does Iverson go above worthless, though? You have to put Steph Curry into this tier. I'm sorry to all Steph fans, he really is bad. But Iverson's better than Steph. Iverson's better than Dampier. Iverson going into E tier? He's small, but he's got 99 in every single stat. So, look, he's got some things going for him. Because he's got some things going for him, I'm going to put him into this spot right here. I think he's solid. He is a solid card, lads. So, yeah, let me put Allen Iverson here into E tier. Then we have got Dikembe Mutombo. S. I think he's the best center in the game. I know some people may not agree with me. I'm saying it now. I believe Dikembe Mutombo is the best center in this game. He's fantastic. He's absolutely fantastic. His jump shot's good. His handle's pretty good. He's like Shaq with a better jump shot. His player model is the best in game. And I think he is absolutely elite, lads. I think he is absolutely elite as a card. Then we have got Elgin Baylor. Elgin Baylor has got... I have him on the list. He's going to be God tier. I don't have a spot to put him because he's on the list for some reason. But I'm telling you, if you get Elgin Baylor, he's going to be the best limited reward this year. He might be up there with Ray Allen as the best two guards on next gen. He's a God tier on current gen as well. Gary Payton is definitely a tier above these guys. I'm going to put Payton in C tier. Yeah, he's a bit small at 6'4", but I mean, look, he's not. He's small. He's not that small. He's most definitely small, but I think he's I think he makes up for it a little bit with his defense, and his jump shot's really good. His John Wall and very quick. Okay, then we have got Grant Hill. He's the second best point guard in the game. I don't know if he belongs... Does he belong in S? I mean, if we're going to put two per position in S, which I'm not going to do, I'm going to put him in A because I don't think he's even close to Simmons. I don't really think it's much of a comparison. On current gen, I think there's a bit of a comparison. On next gen, I think there's no comparison whatsoever in Simmons versus... What's his name? In Simmons versus Grant Hill. So then we got Harden. C. Nah, let me go B with James Harden. Let me go B with Harden. He's still good. He's still good. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of Harden's release. I'm really not. I think he's a good shooter. And I think that his movement is pretty good in game. His release is still okay. It's more than usable. But I don't think he's a game changer. I don't think he's an absolute game changer. So I'm going to put James Harden into B tier. Definitely not one of these top two tiers. Worthy, I don't like him. I would personally put him in C tier. I know most people would put him in A tier, so I'm going to put him in B tier. I don't like this card, and that's fine. If you want to put him in a higher tier, that is fine. If you like the card, don't let this tier list deter you from the card. He's just a love it or hate. Apparently, everyone loves him on current gen. I've yet to use him on current gen, but on next gen, it really is a case of I struggle with Worthy. And I know it's a love it or hate it. Some people love him on next gen, some people hate him on next gen. I think most people do like him on current gen, so... Do I just put him in A tier? Pick your battles, Mick. Pick your battles, Mick. I don't like him, but A tier. Ja Morant. He's this tier. He's better than Steph. Better than Dampier, better than Melo, but he's not great. Jason Tatum. B. Tatum's okay. Like, he does everything. Like, there's levels to it. Like, he can curry. He's got to go behind the back. He shoots it well. He's good on defense. He's got great stats. But, like, so does every single card on his list, basically. There's, like, levels to it. And he's just okay. That's the best way to describe him. He's fine. Then we've got Jerry West. Or say Jerry Lucas. If you can get used to his chest pass, Jerry Lucas is A tier. If you can't get used to his chest pass, he's like E tier. So let me just put him in C tier. He has a chest pass upper. He has the Joakim Noah upper. However, he's got Ray Allen base, which is the best in the game, and he can curry, and he's got great stats. So it is all dependent on whether you can get used to the chest pass or not. If you can't get used to the chest pass, then Jerry Lucas is definitely not one of the cards that you should use. But if you can get used to the chest pass, then I mean, he's very, very good. So then we've got Jimmy Buckets. I mean, I prefer Derozan to Jimmy Butler. Heck, if you ask me, do I prefer Jimmy Butler? Do I prefer Mikal Bridges? I prefer Mikal Bridges. Jimmy Butler is fine. Decent release, decent dribble sigs, good, okay height for 2 guard at 6'7". Not even a great wingspan at 6'8". He's okay. He's fine. He's a more than usable card. He's a grade 3 and D cone. But like, that's about it. His movement isn't great. It doesn't matter what gen you're on. He's not going to attack the basket well. He's going to play defense and shoot. And I think he's a step below like a Tatum. And I don't think he's as good as DeRozan either. So I think C tier is fine for him. JR. I put him B or A. Because I know he was B tier my overall, but there was just more players in the tiers. I'm putting him B for now. He's got a decent release, which for some reason is 100 times better. Feels 100 times better on Kevin Porter. He's also got good enough movement. His dunking's good. His behind the back is horrendous. He's got half steady / blinders, which helps. His release is only on quick, which I kind of like, but I love it. I much prefer it on Kevin Porter Jr., who I'm going to put 1 tier ahead. Wherever J.R. Smith is, I think KPJ, although they're identical, KPJ just plays better in game. And people will tell you, like, Ruby KPJ feels better in game than Diamond or Pink Diamond J.R. Smith. It's just a weird one. I don't know why KPJ is better in game than J.R. because they should be the exact same card. But still, in my opinion, he is that little bit better. Okay, I need someone down in D tier. I'm gonna get hate for this, but Jordan. I hate Jordan. I hate Jordan in game. Like, Jordan for me, like, okay. Let's just to calm you guys down. Let me do this with the Jordans then. Let me go with this with the Jordans. Jordan is a trash can on next gen. Jordan's alright on current gen. He's okay on current gen. Like, this Jordan isn't that much better on current gen than the Diamond in game. Obviously, yeah, stats wise he looks better. He doesn't play that much different. This Jordan, obviously, half range extender does help. But on next gen, man, you can't get open with Jordan. Jordan dribble stomp is like minus 15 to his speed. He's also got just an all around. I mean, he's just an all around okay card. His release is mediocre. It's only on quick. Maybe we get a better Jordan later in the year. We probably do in Invincible. And I reckon Invincible Jordan's going to be alright. But it'll be like last year where like Go Jordan was a decent but not like game-changing card when he came out. Then we have got Dr. J. Some people love him. I'm going to put him in B tier. Some people love this card. For me, I'm like, he's not that much better than Steven Jackson. And I rate Steven Jackson probably a tier above Jimmy Butler. Dr. J, a little bit undersized, but his release is really nice. His dribbling's really good. And he's good. Don't get me wrong, he's good. But I think he's closer to a DeRozan than he is to like Grant Hill. Although they don't play the same position. Okay, let me fill out again. We need some people for D tier. Keenan. I'm gonna put Keenan in D tier. You could argue Keenan better than Walton and Mel Daniels, and I'm going to actually put Walton. I put Walton down 1. But Keenan, I got him. He's alright. He's usable. It's kind of the only way I can describe him. Like, he's perfectly fine in game. Not going to lose you a game. He's not going to win you a game. Westbrook, as much as I like Westbrook, he's E tier. He's not quite... I mean, Westbrook versus Dame is preference, so I'm going to put him in E tier. Westbrook versus Dame is purely preference. Then we're on to Pete Maravich. And I'm going to put Pistol Pete in C tier, right bang smack in the middle, because of the fact he is woeful on current gen. He's absolutely shocking on current gen. So for that reason, I'm going to put him into C tier. He will be probably A tier on next gen, but he'd be worthless or E tier on current gen. Taco Fall at this stage in the game, considering how we have mobile 7'2" centers, how we have mobile 7'3" centers. Cheese factor keeps you off worthless tier, just like it did with Simple on my budget tier list. But man, he's close to it. Taco at this stage in the game is close to worthless. Like when we used to rate Taco highly, the post hook was a thing. Now you can't score a post hook. Because 2K nerfed post hooks, you can't even score them anymore, whether you're using button or the stick. Taco is now borderline useless. Kareem. Low A tier. He's still good on defense. He still moves. It's just there's so many good centers, and he's not as good as them. Like, he's not as good as Wilt. He's not as good as Shaq. He's not as good as Dikembe. In my opinion, he's not as good as Kristaps or Bobo on next gen. So it's like I got 5 centers already higher than him. This was an overall tier list. We'd have James Wiseman in there as well. So it's a tough one. This Kevin Garnett, I got Kevin Garnett B and A tier. And apparently he's a garbage man on current gen. So I'm not going to put him into S tier. But he's God tier on next gen. This Kevin Garnett card is so good on next gen. He's unbelievable. Again, he's another one on next gen that's better than Kareem, but apparently he's a lot worse on current. And this Kevin Garnett, I mean, if I've got Bosch in this tier, I got to put KG in this tier. I'm going to put them both in the same tier. I think they're very similar level players. Then we got this Kobe. For the same reason, but the opposite as Pete Maravich. Kobe Bryant is unbelievable on current, is really good on current gen. He's probably A tier on current gen, 30 E tier on next gen. Pete Maravich is the same, but with opposite gens. Both of these guys are really good on one gen and really bad on the other. So for me, both of these guys are going into C tier. Then we have this Kobe. I mean, as much as you wanna, if you wanna argue otherwise, I love this Kobe. I think Kobe release, doesn't matter what gen you're on, is one of the best releases in the game. I think his overall movement is really good. They fixed his dribble style. They fixed a lot of his dribble moves. And his defense feels a lot better than this Kobe right here. And also, he can play Kobe's best position, which is the 2 guard. This Kobe, if this Kobe could play the 2/1, he'll be even better. And if this Kobe could play the 1/2 instead of the 1/4, people would actually probably use him at the 2 because he's not terrible at the 2, but he is pretty terrible at the 1. Kristaps S. S tier for Kristaps. He's like, imagine Bol, but a little bit better. That's simply it with Kristaps Porzingis. He is like a slightly better version of Bol, who I believe might be up there with the best cards in the game on next gen. And great on current gen as well. Larry Johnson. I mean, he's alright. His release is only okay, but he's still good. Like, he's not worth winning Unlimited for, obviously. We haven't had an Unlimited card, really, that's been worth it since... I don't even know, like... Season 5 one was alright. That, Cedric Maxwell. That card was pretty good. I mean, Season 4... Season 3 was Iggy. Season 4... I don't even remember who it was. I know Ewing wasn't worth it. I know Paul Pierce definitely was worth it at the time. I can't even remember who the Season 4 Unlimited Award is. I'm going to have to look that up because that is how little I cared. To be fair, nobody cared about Season 4. Let's be real. Nobody cared about Season 4. Oh, it was Mikhail. That was it, yeah. Mikhail was good. Mikhail was really good at the time. So, yeah, like Larry Johnson's, he's fine. If you get him, you get him. If you don't, you don't. He's fine. LeBron, A. But same as like Worthy, he's A tier, but I'm not a fan. Yeah, I get it. He gets some good defensive lane animations, which is good. I think his release on current gen, for me, is like borderline unusable. The fact he can't shoot from the corners. I mean, LeBron's fine. When we get a point guard, LeBron, things might be a bit different, but I mean, he's only good as a primary ball handler, and he's not in the top like 2 or 3 primary ball handlers in the game. So for me, you can't put him in S tier. Magic, A tier. I think Magic versus Grant is a really tough one. I think Magic versus Grant is a very tough one because Magic's release. I'm playing against some guys that are chicken with Magic, and they are tough to stop. Like if someone is chicken with Magic Johnson, Magic is a really, really tough card to stop. They both have the same behind the back. They're both quite tall. They can both curry. They both have some really good things going for them. So that is a really close one there with those two guys. But I think both of them belong into A tier. And apparently this Magic can run on current gen, which is the huge thing. Paul George. I mean, he just is a step above the likes of DeMar DeRozan and Julius Erving. But again, like, it's diminishing returns. Like, let's just say Jimmy Butler versus Dr. J versus Paul George. Like, I'm going to rank them like that, but it's diminishing returns when you go up. Like if you want to put it, let's just throw Mikal Bridges in that conversation as well. Like, you're going from 5k to like a 10-hour grind to like 100 something k, like 300k. And each of those upgrades are so minimal that you may not even notice the difference. Like, he's fine. He's great. Don't get me wrong. Paul George is great. One of the best 2 guys in the game. One of the best defensive players in the game. 6'9" 2 guard. But like, come on. Is he really that different than Mikal Bridges or Jimmy or Dr. J? I don't think so. Or DeMar DeRozan. Ralph Sampson. A, but I mean, if we're talking next gen post wingspan patch, he's different. He can curry. He's got a decent release on next gen Senshaw 17. They gave him a good behind the back, and now he went from Mr. T-Rex arms, 7'4", 7'2" wingspan. He is now 7'4" with a 7'7" wingspan. So now he no longer has T-Rex arms. Ralph Sampson will be one of the worst decisions you ever make locking in for him. But I have no question. There's no question about it. He's really good. He is really, really good. Then we got Ray Allen. I mean, if I'm putting him in S. He's probably A tier on current gen, maybe B tier. Sorry, he's definitely not A tier. He's B tier on current. I gotta put him in S. His release, his ability to 3-hunt. Like, there are very few cards that do what Ray Allen does on next gen with blinders and Ray Allen base, and just his all-around game. There are very few cards that do what he does. If you're on current gen, I would steer clear, but I mean, he's the best 2 guard in the game on next gen, so S tier for me. Shaq. Oh, this is a tough one, and what the hell did I just click on? I just went into I don't know what I clicked on right there. But Shaq is a tough one, because Shaq is either going S or A, and I don't know which of. Controversially, or this is a controversial one, I'm going to put Shaq in A tier because I don't think I can put 3 centers in S, and I think or 4 centers in S. I think these 3 guys are better, or Kristaps, Dikembe, and Porzingis. And also, if I was to run a power forward center combo, this guy makes it over them as well. Thon Maker makes it over Shaq as well. So if I was even to run that combo, I'm going to put Thon in instead. Thon, in my opinion, is incredible. I think his handle's good. His release, I think, is what separates him from the likes of Kristaps and Bol Bol. I personally think, obviously, Bol Bol's better value, but I think Thon might be the better card due to his release. But Thon Maker he's God tier. He's absolute God tier. And like, if you play Thon Maker at the 3, Bol Bol / Kristaps / Wiseman, 2 of those 3 at the 4/5, it's going to be tough to stop. It's going to be really tough to stop. Then we got Kemp. I mean, D. He's alright. His release is bad, and that's a big problem with Sean Kemp, but I mean, he's an all-around good card. So then we have got Sidney Moncrief. I mean, he's 6'3", but I do think he's chicken man. I'll give him the E tier. I might put, like, he's probably the best player here in E tier in terms of like defense and release wise, but nah, I don't. I don't think I can justify putting him. He is another 6'3" point guard. And that's these bottom tiers are kind of the guys that are really bad with the 6'3" point guards. Tim Duncan, B. I don't like him. I've used his release. It's still not going to very quick. I mean, a lot of people liked Tim Duncan's original diamond card. I don't like this card here. So, and he's not nearly as good as Kevin Garnett. So he's going this tier. Tracy McGrady, I think because of his length and his ability on next gen, compared to like the likes of Derozan, I'm going to put him to A tier. But it's a reluctant A tier. Again, there is nothing between the likes of T-Mac and a Julius Erving. It is just preference, and I love Trey Burke-Base. I'm gonna put Zion's. I'm gonna put both Zions in C tier. I think he's just a little bit undersized, like 6'6" at the 3/4. And if you're asking me who do I prefer, Zion Williamson or Bailey Howell for like the undersized power forwards, I'm still taking Bailey Howell every single time. I thought, or not power forward at the small forward position, I'm taking Bailey Howell every time over Zion Williamson. But he's not terrible. In this Zion, the only difference is the half range. And yeah, I'll move this Zion down one. Because on next gen, the half range is a big difference. Then last two, we've got Wilton Vince. I'm going to go Wilt in A. I'm going to go Vince in B. I think the Vince versus Paul George versus Tracy McGrady conversation is... No, I'll give Vince low A. I'll give Vince low A tier. I'm going to move J.R. Smith up to low B tier. Yeah. I'll go like that. I'm more happy with that. Vince is really, really decent. Good release. Better on current gen than next, but a very solid card. And Shaquille O'Neal. So not Shaquille O'Neal. Will Chamberlain and Shaquille O'Neal are very similar. It is just preference, and I think they're both worse versions of the Kemba Mutombo. So anyway, yeah, that's the video. I still can't believe the Kemba Mutombo a day later has the range extender, one of the best release in the game, the best behind the back, can side to side, cheese, has quick dribble style. I mean, I can't believe what they've done with the Campbell Mutombo. But yeah, that's pretty much it. These are the best dark matters in NBA 2K21 MyTEAM, in my opinion. That's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.